Are you curious about the J1 program for educators, or are you already starting your J1 journey but you still have questions in mind? You're in luck because I might just have the answers to those questions. Hello, I'm Teacher Yen, a J1 teacher here in South Carolina, and for this video, I will be answering some of your questions about the J1 program. Let's begin. What is the J1 program? The J1 program is a cultural exchange program for educators, trainees, researchers, scholars, interns, in which you will be given a non-immigrant visa. For educators like me, you will be given an initial 3-year visa, which may be extended for 2 more years. Again, it's non-immigrant. Is the 2-year extension automatic? No, but it's fairly easy. By the end of your 3rd year, your sponsor should reach out to you, and all you need to do is comply and submit all the documents and requirements that they will ask from you. From then, it is your sponsor's responsibility to apply for your 2-year extension. After that, all you need to do is wait. Is a visa sponsor the same with an agency? I say, from my own experience and my own knowledge, no. An agency is usually a third-party organization, whereas your visa sponsor directly is connected to the government, the US government, and they are given DS 2019, and the number of DS 2019 dictates how many J1 teachers they can help come into the US. So basically and usually, your visa sponsors don't ask you for processing fees or any upfront fees. Although there are also visa sponsors who do this for reasons I really don't understand. But again, as I have stated in my previous videos, if you have a choice, go for the visa sponsor in which or wherein you don't need to pay anything. Because you will get the same exact visa. It's a J visa, and you will get the same exact number of years. So why pay if there are plenty of options in which you don't need to pay? For the list of those sponsors, please check the comment section down below or the description box. How long does it take for your sponsor to reach back to you after submission of requirements? This really depends on several factors. One major factor is the demand on your subject area. So if there's a high demand for math, there are higher chances that the sponsor will reach back to you like right away. But if your subject area doesn't have such a high demand at the moment of your application, you might, maybe, I will say approximately like a couple of months or 3. It should be around that span of time. And you can always email your sponsor just to check in on the status of your application. So don't be shy. You can email and check. How are J1 teachers paid? We are paid on the same salary scale that all teachers, natives and non-natives, and teachers under a different visa category are paid. So this depends on your county's or school district salary schedule. I have a video, it's going to be linked somewhere here, wherein I share what I know about the salary schedule of teachers here in the United States. Is J1 teaching salary taxed? Yes. So we are subject to the same federal and state taxes. However, if your country has an existing treaty with the United States, you might get refunded during tax filing season. So for example, if you're a Filipino like me, our first 2 years are fully refunded. So tax season is around January to March or April. So when you apply for your taxes, make sure that your tax evaluator or your accountant knows that the Philippines has a treaty with the United States in terms of its J1 teachers, because you will get your federal and state taxes fully refunded for the first 2 years. It differs from country to country. It really depends on the treaty. What is SSN? SSN stands for Social Security Number. This is given to people who have been legally in the US soil for at least 10 days. This is an important requirement for legal employment. So once you get here, It depends on the setup of your sponsor, but on your 10th or after 10 days, you can go to, I forgot the office, but it's the Social Security office, and then you can start your application for your Social Security number. Your sponsor should already give you the list of requirements for the Social Security number. But one major requirement is your DS 2019, your US visa, and your passport. So always have those three documents with you. Do I need to be an education graduate to apply? All you need is for your university degree to be equivalent to a 4-year education or bachelor's degree here in the United States. So how do you know this? You find this out during the translation of your transcript of records from your country's system to the US system. This is one salient step in your application for your J1 visa or your J1 program qualification. So you will find out if you are qualified through the results of the credential evaluation. Is there a minimum teaching experience? A big yes. You should have, by the time you apply, have already rendered at least 2 years full-time teaching experience. So part-time tutorials are not counted. So you should have been teaching for at least 2 years full-time, whether in public or private schools, whether in high school or college. It depends on your degree. But either way, as long as you have been teaching for 2 years full-time, you can apply. Is a driver's license required? For most sponsors, from my own knowledge, yes. Only because, again, you may be assigned to an area where there is no public transportation system available. Just like the area I'm in, Uber, stuff like that doesn't really exist. We don't also have buses here. So if you don't have your own car, or if you have nobody to carpool with, or you don't drive, then you can't really go anywhere. You can't work. So most of the sponsors' initial requirement is for you to submit a copy of your driver's license. But you can always check with your sponsor. You know, it never hurts. Does your visa sponsor provide housing, etc.? Mine doesn't. And I think most of the visa sponsors, especially if they did not ask any payment from you, they do not provide for your housing. What they provide, however, is either a list of available housing in your area or a contact person who can help you look for your place to stay. In our case, for FACES, we call them our angel. So that angel is somewhat familiar with the area. He or she is an existing FACES teacher, and he or she will help that new teacher, that incoming teacher, look for apartments, houses, and stuff like that. So in general, if you didn't pay, usually your sponsor won't provide for your housing. You will have to look for it on your own. Do I need a certain money in my bank account to apply? Yes and no. Most sponsors need to see a certain amount in your bank account only because they have to know that you will be ready to fend for yourself in the first month or two upon your arrival here in the US. In that time, maybe you have not received your US salary yet, so your sponsor needs to know that you will be okay, that you can provide for your needs. If you will be bringing with you your spouse and kids, your sponsor also needs to make sure that you can provide for them, because your sponsor will not do that. EPI loans money to their applicants, their qualified applicants. FACES does not do that. They just encourage us to bring a certain amount. I think for our case, if I remember it right, it was $5,000. But trust me, when I got here, I didn't really have that amount in my bank account, but I did have enough to at least suffice me for the month if I don't get paid right away. But usually you get paid right. You get paid when all the other teachers get paid. So that's some districts, it's bi-monthly. Some districts like mine is once a month. So either way, usually I've not heard any case wherein the teacher was not paid on time. So that's it for this video. I hope I was able to help you. I was able to answer some of the questions running freely in your mind. If you have more questions, please type it in the comment section down below so I can answer it in our next video. Once again, this is Teacher Yan, and God bless you on your journey. If you're still thinking about it, pray about it and weigh your options right and with a sound mind. Thank you for watching.